Welcome back to News Insight. APC, always in the news. Wave of defection. Erifai just left. Created a lot of hype in the political system. Now, and you know, it stemmed from a rumor that he was leaving. He came out and said he's still in the APC. Now, another news is flying like that. Fayemi, former governor of Ekiti State, is rumored to have left. But on his X handle, he came out and said nothing has changed. Though he's advocating for more internal democracy within the party. He said, but guys, nothing has changed. So is it like Erifai, the process, you know, then later we now heard that there's a defection, or maybe this is going to be different? Eli?
Well, it's left for them. Fayemi remains in APC. I'm happy he came out to say this, and then he equally identified some things within the party that he feels are not normal, and he's still hopeful that there is time for improvement. That means there's a problem in APC, a respect for internal democracy and certain rules. So, well, if he said he's still a member of APC, like he has already said, who are we to say he may eventually leave? But then that shows...
Okay, hold on. Peter, take it from there.
Yeah, I think what I got from there is that inclusiveness, meaning that a lot of family fathers has been set aside.
Sidelined.
Yeah. It's not as if
But there's something Shehu Sani said, that some of them too that were members of APC, Erifai also sidelined them in Kaduna State. Now, they are crying over the same sidelining by the federal level. So should we also look at that, including with this one?
Yeah, in every family, everybody won't be treated equally. That's just the truth. Some people will always have their father's love, while some others have their mother's love. That's what is playing out in the APC. Being a ruling party, there must be disgruntled members. It happened in PDP where they were in power. It's what happened here. Fayemi said he has not left. He is concerned about internal democracy and inclusiveness. As I said, that means a fire is somewhere brewing.
To burn.
It's burning.
It's brewing to burn.
Yes.
Okay. Eli.
And that means if the two he has identified and air out are not being corrected, there is a tendency, if he's not comfortable with it, if he feels it's affecting him and it's going to affect the party, he might decide to go off to retire from politics or join another.
Fayemi?
Yes.
It doesn't look such.
No, listen. He has identified two things and he's hoping the party will take correction. So if the party does not think that what he sees is an issue and it's not being corrected, it's human.
Because he said the party still has enough room or time to change.
Yes. So if that is expecting change in those two aspects discovered or identified by him. So eventually, if it's not done the way he's expecting, two things happen. Or three things. He will remain like that and be an inactive member, or he can retire from politics if he doesn't want to join another party. Or he can also join another political party, whichever one they do.
Do they actually retire?
Well,
what they do, they just beat their time waiting for the next government that might favor them. I mean, as I mentioned, retire from politics. I mentioned retire from politics.
No, he step aside.
That's what they do.
Or they try to stem for a change of that government from the sideline. You know, in politics, especially in international relations, we normally say that there are no permanent friends, there are permanent interests. That's one. In also local politics, we normally also say that they don't fight because they are the best. They fight because they are being sidelined by the government in power and telling them, Peter, you just drink, you never even put one for side. That's it, you have expired there. That's the reason politicians fight. They don't fight because of the masses. Mm-hmm. They don't fight because of what you and I get from them.
But what actually said, that internal democracy, a lot of APC members complain about that internal democracy. They don't have their Congress for a while. And because they don't have their Congress, they cannot push for the change they want. So
Even if they hold their Congress, for example, does it mean they're going to get the change they want?
no, they can unsettle the sitting government.
Well, that is one. And
can
they
make
can
a
correct
statement.
and they can make correction in areas where their people elected are not doing well. You see, to assess some of these people in offices, like Senator from Borno, the senator that complained that he hardly sees Tinubu when he became president. And that is somebody they see every now and then with. Now, how can you advise or complain to someone whom you are supposed to be close to that people are not comfortable with this or are complaining about this and that? So that is where the internal democracy come up on board in political setting. And that's the importance of it. So if they have this avenue of meeting and then discussing just the way they were before some of them were elected, they'll be able to like say, okay, you may be the head, but not hearing from the people out there their comfort and their acceptance or not acceptance of certain of your policies and what they're expecting you to do. Now, but when you meet with your people who are open to these other people, but not to you, they cannot tell you, boy, this is what is happening out there. Or that. But if there's no internal democracy, if there's no that channel, that meeting, all those things are no longer there, then you are left to make good decisions or errors that cannot be advised.
Wow. Well, the fight in who is going here, who is going there, is taking different turns every day, and people are being rumored. We heard that there's going to be a tsunami, especially from the northern part of the country into SDP. We are yet to see that, but it's brewing every day. Of course, every other senator, House of Rep member, they're going to be testing the waters gently. How do you see it? We also have heard that there's also going to be a realignment from some governors that are under the PDP platform to APC. Mm-hmm. We don't know that yet. How do you make of these political calculations?
Yeah, in politics to play politics. So in politics, you make focus, you make projections, you look at the terrain, like what Wike did during the last presidential election. He deceived Obi as if he was working for Obi. When he was done making his calculation, I'm not only brief for him. To him, if and Obi cannot win, he pitched his time with Tinubu. So that's what they do. They will look at the terrain. They look at the next 4 years. Am I most likely to be here? Would I be still very relevant? If the answer is no, you look for somewhere you will be relevant. And all of them is all about their personal interest, as you said, not Nigeria. So if their personal interest is no longer covered by APC, they move. And go to the about Nigeria, there's no party ideology. So everybody moves.
So somebody actually said Nigeria...
And PDP governors moving, I won't be surprised. They want to retain their power. They want to retain their seat. And the way this government is going, they're hamstringing everybody. They are pushing everybody to one-party system. See the off-cycle election. They won every election head so far. And most parties are in the crisis mood. There's no party in Nigeria now that if you look at it well, that doesn't have issues. And from what we heard, these issues are being caused by...
We'll come to that later.
Okay.
We'll come to those issues later and who made the statement and how do the people see it. You see, most of the time, someone said the other day and told me that Nigeria is like a conquered nation, that the people are like conquered. They've been conquered. Of course, if we say conquered, it's not a physical conquering. Their mentality has been conquered. And sometimes I attempt to believe that. Because when Natasha and Akpabio had issues, you had poor people supporting Akpabio, poor people supporting Natasha. They were on the divide. They didn't care. You know, I'm sure they must have been promised a little stipend.
So you have said it.
You know, and some of them also were fighting because Akpabio is from Akwa Ibom, from the South, or Natasha is an Iberian woman from Kogi Central. You know, so most of these things, they act like a conquered people. How can they be liberated alive?
Allowing people to make the real choice they want in representing themselves is one way we will be free from influencing people because of little steppings. Another thing is this: when there is hunger and uncertainty into the future, like I'm seated here now, I don't know how I'm going to leave this place, what I'm going to eat. And then somebody that I know that his decisions is not good for me, but it's going to be the next person that'll give me my next meal, can influence me.
That means you are conquered.
So when there is development and freedom, when there is freedom of speech, freedom of movement, and then there is good, our economy is stabilized, and then there's security is taken care of, and then there's productivity is going on, and Nigerians can control their stomach, not by being dependent on somebody. You understand? People can stand and make decisions.
All right.
Let me jump into this.
Okay.
We say ourselves as conquered people. No, actually, we don't see ourselves as people. They treat us as conquered people.
No. We don't see ourselves as conquered
Okay,
people.
I'm coming there.
We are conquered in our mentality.
Not a mentality. Okay, yes. Do you know why I agree with you? No, I can tell you, 90% of Nigerians believe that votes don't count. That's been conquered. I vote, I don't vote. They are not
It's
so
not how they want to be, yeah.
That is out of a conquered person. That's why you think.
So will you say most of the tools that they are using are making sure that the people are conquered? For example, like this what you just said now about votes not counting, hunger, insecurity, and so many of these things are weapons that the elites or the ruling class use against the Nigerian population.
Of course. Okay, now look at this now. Certainly. For a while now, you don't see Igbo Yoruba clash. You don't see Igbo Hausa clash. You don't see Yoruba Hausa clash.
Yes.
Just give it 1 year to the election period. They will introduce that card.
Because at a particular point, we argued up to the extent that we said Christian, Muslim, Christian. I don't think right now anybody cared whether it is pagan, Muslim.
That is what they use to divide us.
All we know is that the economy should be good and buy us food. And there should be security everywhere.
Yes.
Whether it is Zamfara man that is a Muslim, he just want to have peace in Zamfara.
I read just like yesterday, El-Rufai's son in the House of Reps, threatening the Southern Kaduna people that the language is simple. If Fulani come to destroy your crops, if you attack Fulani, you will see Shege. If you go to the social media, it's there. So what is that? It's a threat. That means you cannot stand to say your mind. You are not free. No freedom. It's either you play to their card or they will indirectly turn their back against you and allow the state apparatus to work against you. They will attack your farm, they will attack your people, and the state will not come to your rescue.
Well, we've not. Well, I hope to see that on social media. I'll try to check social media if he has actually made that
statement.
Those statements.
Well,
it's alleged right now.
Yes.
But if he makes those statements, we look at him as, because I should think that Bashir should have friends that are from
Southern Kaduna,
the
entire
friends
Kaduna
that are from Igbo speaking language, friends that are Yoruba. It should be a detribalized Nigeria. For example, someone like me attended Ahmadu Bello University. So I have friends in all spectrum, in all religion, in all ethnic groups, and all that. And you won't hear me say things like that. What we want is the best for our nation, Nigeria.
You said, if you're interested, it's very disheartening.
Yeah, very disheartening.
Well, we know them with their reckless speech, but that is
well, like I normally say, he normally says, I'm an El-Rufai. So maybe the same recklessness of his father's language. But though it's alleged right now, I really hope he didn't say that. Yes, I really hope it. Well, we'll nip it in the bud there for this particular topic on Fayemi talking about not going to, that is still
an APC member. That have identified certain things within the APC.
He spoke his mind about the ruling party that they've not been
I like his
fair
style, because if you see, if you feel like the system is not doing right, you don't run away from it. Stay in a fight and correct.
Most of the system that make you.
Though we will not trust Fayemi. Yes.
He's a politician.
Yes, he's a politician.
And he had already told us earlier this year.
He's the one that said that the fight on social media just
to drama.
us.
Exactly.
All right, we'll be right back on News Insight. Thank you.